Welcome to Science at US. Science is all about solving real life problems, such as this. This is a crime scene. This was a vegan chocolate tart ready for somebody's birthday. And I know teachers get hungry, but there's this note left. Who is the culprit? We're going to now show you some of the steps that we do in science to figure out who our cake thief is. The first part of evidence that we can collect is from the different cutlery. We could see the fingerprints. So you can either use talcum powder, dust down, take a piece of sellotape, put it on card. Then all of your potential suspects, get them to either have an ink pad and take a fingerprint, or if you don't have that, use a felt tip pen and again roll from one side to the other to get a fingerprint. Then you can decide what are the key markers for having that fingerprint. To work out which cutlery, we can look at the composition of different metals, and we can do that using flame tests. So we go from the safety flame, which you can see yellow, to the roaring flame. You should be able to see the colours. That's the lilac one. That's the red one you can see going in and out. The green flame. The copper. Yellow. Strontium for red. And you can just about see the lilac one. From the different composition that the metal gives us, we can work out which piece of cutlery was used. The last bit of evidence is from the note left. So we can use the length of the pen mark to choose which one of our green pens is used, and then we can do a technique called chromatography. You get a pencil line and some filter paper. You could just use coffee filter at home. And looking at the thickness, it's going to be the 3 thicker pens. Put a dot on each and label them. Then you need to get a beaker or a glass at home, and you want to fill that with some water. The water is below the line that you've drawn across. Put it in, and the water will draw up and separate any colours. That will tell us the different pigments that are used and find out which pen has used. So if we leave that for a second, you'll end up with a chromatogram, and you can see the different colours and identify the pen. We can also identify any trace evidence looking at the microscope, so any hairs or any fibres that are left from their clothes. You'd look at that under the microscope and again take some samples and have a look. So that would solve our crime.